Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with a newly crafted deck from the best players in the world. The world finalist coach, Jesus, who is always working with the best players in the world, told me that this deck is ridiculously strong, especially against tanks like Electro Giant, Golem, and anything that tries to go for a big push. If they push a lot of stuff into you, your Giant Skeleton will make it all go down and give them a huge frown. Giant Skeleton works so well with Mortar when you're always keeping your opponent on their toes with the Mortar on offense, the Miner coming through and tanking for the Giant Skeleton. If it finds its way through your opponent's tower, they automatically lose the game. Because unlike Royale Giant decks or beatdown decks with Giant Skeleton, you have a definite way of getting damage. So if you get a lead, you're going to hold on to it for the rest of the game with your Miner Fireball cycle and close out the game quick. It's incredibly obnoxious for every opponent to constantly get spammed by Fire Spirits that will net them negative elixir trades, Mortars at the river that they need to be distracting at all points, and Miners, contrary to popular belief, that deal a lot of damage when paired with guards. This is my new favorite Mortar deck to crush the Electro Giant meta that's going on right now, so let's go jump straight to some games and run one of the best decks in the game that pro players are loving. A huge thanks to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to support the channel. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna go for a Mortar because the Fire Spirit would lock on my tower, and I'm not about that life. So, seems that the Mortar is gonna hit the tower. Oh, no, he's gonna go Skeletons. Yeah, it will hit the tower for one shot, right? One shot, one shot, one shot, baby. Oh! He literally was able to Earthquake and log and finish it off before that shot. That's ridiculous. I feel like Mortar was just stunned, perplexed, without a clue of what to do. Okay, when you play against Archer Queen, you want to fireball it back when they are about to click the ability, and it's very fun when that happens.
I don't know what this is, but it's kind of hot.
Okay, never mind. I think I can just log it now. I think I'm okay there. Yeah, so I'm going to log on the right-hand side. It cleans it up rather nicely with the shot. Yeah, so he wasted an ability as well. The only thing I dislike about this situation is we're playing against Piggy's EQ, and we have Mortar. Earthquake is the hardest counter to Mortar in the game because when you go in for your Mortar... Oh, wait. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! That's ridiculous. That makes me happy.
Bomb has been planted.
I just light up like a lantern when that happens, guys. Oh, it's Halloween, and we spooked him with the skeletons, and I lit it up like the jack-o'-lantern I am. I start changing my name out here. All right, so we can go in for the Miner and then follow up with a Fireball, depending on what happens, but I think we win this. All intents and purposes, like a lot of people, even if they're ranked like 9,000 in the world like this guy, they just make one mess up and the Giant Skeleton locks tower and they lose. A beautiful sight to see. Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, it was a super easy win after he let one Giant Skeleton lock on. He just wanted to let more of them too, so not that big of a deal. GG, well played and peace out. You got Fireball for the Royal Hogs, so you don't need to use your Mortar on defense too often against it. It's only sketchy at the start of the game. All right, so getting into this one, this guy's going to go in for a Fire Spirit. I love this start. Now my Fire Spirit protects the Mortar, so he can't go in for a tower or something early. Aw, that's unfortunate. I was hoping he would go Tesla and Furry Tower or Cannon, because that's what most people do when they're running cycle decks. I did not expect him to have something like this. Very rarely do I see an Ice Golem Bats Bandit fast cycle deck. Most of the time they go for buildings, as I said before, so I was ready to just win the game with my Mortar at the start of the game. Anyway, no Ice Golem and cycle, so he has to go in for a Miner. If I had a reset, this would be phenomenal, but we can go and pull anything he drops back into the Miner. So I was hoping he would, you know, just drop something into the Giant Skeleton and the Miner pretty quickly and get more value with the bomb, but he drops it super far back, so credit where credit is due. Unfortunately, he wasn't running a melee card. Melee would have been able to, you know, target our Miner in front and then go expedited journey into the Giant Skeleton bomb. Okay, so if I Mortar again, he's probably just going to go Ice Golem, so it's not worth it right now. I'll just wait and see what he does. I don't think the Musketeer gets a hit. Okay, so he plays pretty aggressively with bats. I do like that decision on his end. I'm going to Giant Skeleton in front so then it's able to body block instead of going for a Fireball. There are two options, Fireball or Giant Skeleton. I'd rather pick the 6 elixir one that counter pushes, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to go for Miner. We know he's going to go in for an Ice Golem to pull, but I think the guard will stay alive. If that guard is able to kill the Hunter, that would be hilarious. I think it does. And then it touches the tower too. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. That was so much value. And that's why guards are just overpowered. People don't realize it because so many people run skeletons, but I think guards are notoriously just underplayed in Clash Royale right now. I'm going to Fire Spirit so all of the bats die. And then he's going to Ice Golem again on the Mortar, I think. But it's okay. We have a Musketeer coming at him. Maybe we can damage it down a bit faster. Wonder if I could log it and like knock it away or something. He's going to expect the bandit to break through, but I can guards last second. I really want to log that away. I think that if I had logged it away or if I knew a timing to do that, that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to go in for Giant Skeleton so the Fire Spirit locks onto that. And I think that the Mortar gives us 1 hit if I got lucky. Yes, sirs! That's what I'm talking about. 400 damage. The best of both worlds. An offensive machine and a great card on defense against Balloons and Hog Riders. I don't even know what he's going to do. If the Giant Skeleton locks tower, he loses, by the way. It's pretty fun. Okay, so I could Fireball on this and then log it if I needed to. I want to set up a defensive Mortar because I don't really know what this guy's going to do. I haven't really paid attention to what his card cycle. Oh, it's minor poison, so a defensive Mortar does not do much here in this matchup, guys. So I would never do that if I knew that he had minor poison in his win condition, but it is what it is. You can set up defensive Mortars if you're unsure of things, and it's not going to punish you too heavily. Okay, we can Fireball and log, and that will kill the Bandit. It would also kill if he decided to drop more stuff, but now his bats are going in the wrong lane, which is hilarious. I'm expecting him to go in for a minor poison, so I'm just going to go in for Mortar here, and then Fire Spirit, and then hopefully be able to kill everything with the Giant Skeleton. Oh, he's going to log instead. Oh, that's interesting. Now the guards kill the Ice Golem.
Surprise.
I can then guards and cycle back to another counter to the Miner. He's not going to expect that. The only thing I dislike is the fact that he's got a faster cycle than me, so that is a problem for sure. I'm going to log this, and then I can go in for a Fire Spirit to kill the Bats and the Bandit. And then I can go Giant Skeleton on the Miner. And I think that the Fire Spirit doesn't jump onto my tower. It just hits the Giant Skeleton. So I played that really, really well. Okay, so the Ice Golem is going to be back in card cycle. I wonder if I can go, like, Mortar here and then kill the Ice Golem with the Musketeer or something. I've never really tried that. I think that the Musketeer is able to shoot it. I can Fireball on top of the Hunter, and then I can push it to the other side. I wonder if the Giant Skeleton is able to give us more value now. I wonder if the Giant Skeleton gets towards the tower. It's so close. Inches away from perfection. If the Mortar gives us 1 hit, yes, sir! Oh my gosh, this game has been intense, guys. I'm not even going to fib. Like, I don't know if I'm going to win this, but it's been very fun. The Giant Skeleton again, and then I think if the Giant Skeleton crosses the river, it'll be able to deliver me value because then the Miner can lock onto the tower. I'm always going to be switching up my Miner placements at this point because I don't want to be able to catch it. Look at him going in for the Bandit in the wrong spot. I want to Fireball and then hit the Hunter and then also be able to hit the Bandit. Oh, no, the Bandit didn't.
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that.
That was a figment of your imagination, all right? We're going to Miner in front again. We're going to switch it up again. I'm going to Fireball. I'm going to log. And this time we're going to be able to Fireball and log and kill the Bandit. That's what we were looking for. That was the interaction that we were looking for before. That Bandit that I whiffed at the start, that was a figment of everyone's imagination, all right? GG and well played. Super talented player. Great guy. Look at him. He's even body blocking the Miner and catching it again. I guess it's more predictable when I want to finish off the game fast. I'm going to go in the front. But a very good game against Blue. And hopefully he wasn't too blue at the end of that loss. 8,200 in the world. Let's keep pushing up. Getting into this game, this guy has a nice strategy clan and he's also got Electro Giant. So, you know, that is probably the nicest strategy that you could be playing in Clash Royale. It is a super strong card. And it is the card that everyone and their mother is playing. However, Mortar counters it, and we're here to show you today why our deck is superior to all the dirty Electro Giants. E-Giant is going to be everywhere on ladder, it's going to be everywhere in challenges, but Giant Skeleton allows you to go same side, and on top of that, the other thing that I really like about this deck is Mortar, it doesn't target the E-Giant. So what happens is when he goes in for the E-Giant and the E-Giant's shooting at something, it usually gets helped by the reflection damage. But the Mortar's like, nah, how about I target your tower instead and give our opponent a lot more value? And that's what we want. We want to be that opponent that he doesn't want to see. So maybe the nice strategy is actually ours. Maybe it wasn't his E-Giant all along. Okay, so if I go for a Mortar aggressively, I could probably cycle back to another one, especially if I can get him to lightning this. That would be hilarious, because then I can cycle Musketeers and stuff. Also, if I Fireball on top of the Mother Witch, it's a really good trade, because I think that the Giant Skeleton is getting dangerously close to his tower. Okay, so I'm going to go in for a Musketeer here. I think it's able to lock onto the Yeah, I think it locks onto the Baby Dragon. If he lightnings, the Baby Dragon is going to do damage on it anyway, so it feels like it would just be a waste. I'm going to Miner here. I don't know how many great ground defensive cards he has, because we see Archer Queen and Skeletons and Mother Witch. It seems like he doesn't have many great distractions, so he's taking a ton of damage every time from the Musketeer. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It was pretty funny. Okay, so we're able to go for a Mortar pretty far and pull the Electro Giant as much as we can. And then I'm going to go in for guards here. Even if you lightning, I think that it's in our best interest just to stack Musketeers and Giant Skeletons, and then we won't have any problems.
Oh, no.
This is clean. The Giant Skeleton's going to explode, and then all of our problems go with it. That's awesome. So he's going to go Baby Dragon, and then maybe Archer Queen or something. I don't know. If he goes Archer Queen, I could potentially Fireball to the other side. Also, does the Musketeer lock onto the tower for the umpteenth time? That would have been awesome. I think the Mortar pulls that far, so, you know, you can really pull E-Giant. He's got great eyesight. He can go as far as possible. You know, they buffed E-Giant, but they buffed him in, like, a way that he wanted also to get nerfed. He wanted to get his eyesight nerfed and his health buffed, but you know, he's just a super strong Sir all around. Man, maybe if he had a brain too with his amazing eyesight, things would be going well because he would just go straight towards the tower and ignore the building that doesn't matter. Okay, so I can fireball on the baby dragon. I think the musketeer locks on the tower and he's not going to be ready for it. Look at that. Oh, I preemptively was excited. It feels bad, man. But if you go musketeer and you go mortar here, he's going to probably baby dragon. So I would fire spirit and then I would go in for like a giant skeleton. Oh, wait. He doesn't care. He's just going to let that die. Okay. I'm not going to spend any extra elixir. He just went for a lightning on the musketeer and took his negative elixir trade on both aspects. The musketeer gave me a +2 trade against the lightning, and then also on top of that, when he goes in for an E-giant into a mortar, that's going to be a -3. So without the lightning and cycle, I know I can connivingly go in for a musketeer, get a good trade, then go in for the mortar, and then, you know, just pile on the aggression. So if your opponent has E-giant, most of the time when you do that spacing, they'll mess up. You'll go in for an offensive mortar with your giant skeleton counter pushing, and you'll overwhelm them because they'll be just down way too much elixir to defend. I guess the nice strategy was for me after all. Here we go, jumping into the action. Definitely want to go for a fire spirit, my favorite card to cycle with this deck. Okay, so we're going to see heal spirit, probably going to be either elixir golem or Sparky or, okay, 3 musketeers when we see the row ghost. So most of the time you would want to cycle your miner on defense if it was going to be this type of situation, but you can't because he has elixir collector, so not going to do that. I'm going to go for giant skeleton off to the side, and I'm going to get geared up and ready to roll with the miner here. So if I miner here, he has to go for elite barbarians, and maybe the elite barbarians get pulled to the other side, so I'll vibe with that. Giant skeleton's going to be tanking. I'm going to go for guards on offense. I expect him to E-barbs as well, so maybe I can just kill them a bit quicker. Notice how the miner's going to give us a juicy positive elixir trade against the collector, and then maybe we can keep everything in place with the fire spirit. Yeah, I want to keep the golden knight in place if possible.
That was close.
Really just want the golden knight to die. Oh my gosh, it didn't. No, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. I was hoping that thing would die. It's going to get 1 hit on my tower. He already used the dash, so I knew that I didn't have to drop something else. I don't think that it would have been good for me, but I would have had to drop like a mortar or a musketeer in that situation. Okay, so the E-barbs are out of cycle. He's going to heal spirit. He's probably got royal ghost, so I can go in for a giant skeleton here if he goes ghost. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. You always have to accommodate your opponent's card cycle, and you have to know what they have available. And when you do that, then you can pull off some really good defenses and offenses at the same time. I think it's in our best interest to go for a log and then a fire spirit here, making sure that I can pull back the elite barbarian, please. Okay, good stuff. The giant skeleton somehow locked onto the tower too. Like, this guy just gave up afterwards. If you can pull off defenses with fire spirits and cheap elixir cost cards, especially against dirty elite barbarians players, it's unbelievably satisfying. Like, this guy has no remorse either. He's just all-inning every single time. Whenever you see elite barbarians, they're always coming towards my tower, and I have to fireball that because otherwise the heal spirit would keep the level 16 elite barbarian permanent residency on my tower, and that's no place to be.
A few moments later.
It's literally not in his religion to defend. Look at that. The giant skeleton locks that tower again. What's happening here? Seriously, you're just eating all that damage and you're going to go for musketeers at the river? What? Are you ranked in the world and you're doing these plays? You are one wild child. You're one absurd sir. I can't believe it. You know what? I might be able to take 2 towers today. I got to get those pastorals. It's early season out here, guys. Let's risk it for the biscuit. I'm taking 2 towers. No risk, no reward. That wouldn't be me. Yes, sir. A dominant display. A 2-0 victory with a giant skeleton on his 3 crown. We demolished the yeah. And after that one, where are we in the world? That was such a fun game. 4,600. We've been having some great games today, so let's see what this guy's got up his sleeves. We want to be cycling as quickly as we can and maybe putting a frown on his face if that fire spirit connects. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I'm hoping that we play against a balloon or a hog rider deck. Those are, oh man, another E-giant. Played against one of these guys earlier today. I feel like this one is going to be a little bit different. Fast cycle with skeletons. Most of the people are running Golden Knight instead of Archer Queen. The last guy we played against had an Archer Queen, so this is feeling suspicious. Oh my gosh, he's got Fisherman. He's going to yoink the giant skeleton. No, bro. How did that not hit the giant skeleton? I have no explanation. I wish I could tell you guys, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go for a log if I need to. I think that's the only reasonable thing that I can do. Make sure that the fisherman and the hunter and none of that stuff hits my tower. All right, I was looking at it, I was like, is the fisherman or hunter going to hit me? Like, there's no way, right? There's no way that the fisherman is going to resurrect and then go and do a harpoon on top of my tower and allow the hunter to hunt my tower too. Like, that's just not going to happen, you know? All right, yeah, so he's got the Golden Knight version. Usually this is the one that I'm most likely going to be playing against on ladder, especially as you get higher in trophies. This is the most common version of the deck. I'm going to go in for the giant skeleton. Most better players will not like click the ability until they know. Oh, that would have... Oh, it's going to dash out of my tower for sure now. Okay, maybe it was all part of the plan. Maybe if the musketeer locks onto the tower... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is mission abort. This is code red. Makes sense that we're dropping fire when it's code red, guys. This is the only way that we can salvage the situation. Fight fire with fire, dropping our fire spirit on top of the hunter. What I said before was pretty nice to be able to stop the electro giants from locking onto you with a mortar. I really didn't think the Golden Knight was going to do 2,000 damage. This just shows you the power of champions. Some of the best cards in the game, if not the best card in the game, with the Golden Knight and Skeleton King. I'm going to fireball here, and I will be able to hit both of these, I think. Oh, wow, the fisherman moved a little bit. Okay, well, that wasn't a part of the plan. That was definitely not according to calculations. I'm going to log that, and I think I need to go giant skeleton here. So as you guys remember last time, you want to space out the mortar and the musketeer so they can't hit everything with the lightning. But, oh my goodness, dude. What are those? I'm going to high mortar and see if we can cycle back to another one. Sometimes that works out well in our favor. Yeah, I got to go minor on defense. It's uncomfy when they go in for the Nero Electro Giant because you only have one building. Most people don't have two buildings. If you do, and you've got Goblin Drill, then you're just laughing at them. But if you're me, then you're going to be a super sad sir in this type of situation. Okay, so I'm going to go for another mortar here, be able to pull that as much as possible. He's going to tornado again. I think that the Golden Knight is the biggest issue here, though. I don't think that anything else is a problem. If I go in for a giant skeleton and he goes and clicks the ability, it's not that big of a deal. But he's going to go in for another electro giant because he's got the mirror still. Oh, no. Now he's going to go in for a fisherman instead. Okay, cool. I'm going to go guards. I think I log this, and then I can fireball and maybe even just get the giant skeleton onto the tower if I get lucky. Oh, yeah, the guards are locking on the tower. That's clean. That's really, really good. So I played that about as well as I possibly could have. I knew that the fireball log would kill the hunter, so I could get away with that. And remember, he's got earthquake instead of lightning, so I can use musketeers a bit more liberally. Okay, so I'm going to go in for guards here, so then he locks onto that, hopefully. Oh, no, he's going to yoink out of the tower. That's actually better. That's way better than he yoinked out of the tower, because now I can go giant skeleton here. Hopefully he clicks the ability and doesn't hit the musketeer. Oh, no, that's... Oh, it didn't take the journey.
I have no money, no passport.
Somehow, some way, that did not take the journey towards my tower. Wow, that is awesome. I'm happy it didn't take the path of least resistance. He just didn't want to get exercise or something. Mortar's going to lock tower because he went in for a tornado that he shouldn't have. And I think the mortar is just going to continue to slap him. It's funny that the mortar doesn't get reset when the E-Giant attacks it. It only gets reset when it attacks the E-Giant. Oh, man. And it's never able to attack the E-Giant. Wait, the mortar's just popping off. Are you kidding me? Is he going to yoink the giant skeleton closer to the tower? Oh, my gosh. This is awesome. I love this deck. So even if you're in a damsel in distress situation against mirrored up level 16 Electro Giants, this deck can still weather the storm. Like, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day.